Yo, yo, yo. What's good, gang? You know the name. It's Transition representing Gap Tooth Games, and I'm back at y'all with another video. Go ahead, hit that like button for me as you come on in. Drop a comment down in the comment section or let me know how you feel about this video. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed because we're going up. We're on our way to 5,000, so if you want to help us get there, just tap that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell. But in today's video, we're going to be going over a clip from Poetic Flacco talking about some of the suspicious behaviors and just suspicious stuff surrounding the recent shooting of Charlie Kirk. So if you've been living under a rock, you know Charlie Kirk, podcaster, political activist, has recently been deleted at the first stop of his tour in Utah on the Prove Me Wrong tour, right? And man, it was pretty graphic, okay? Now, whether you agree with his beliefs or not, it was pretty freaking graphic. And I'm gonna come out with my own video discussing why, you know, I feel how I feel about the whole situation. But we're gonna get into this clip of Flacco talking about, you know, some of the mystique surrounding it. So we're gonna drop into a reaction zone. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy, and let's get into this content. Let's go.
There's something very weird going on with this Charlie Kirk situation. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before, ever. Charlie Kirk was murdered in broad daylight, in cold blood, in front of thousands of people. Now, when the incident first happened, within minutes, they told us, we got our guy. We got the suspect in custody. But after being told that this was the shooter, that this was the guy who killed Charlie Kirk, even the optics showed that he was a criminal. They was dragging him away, both feet in the air, told him, not giving him an opportunity to pull up his pants while people are screaming at him. We for sure thought, okay, yeah, this is the guy. Then we found out like an hour or so later, no, this is not the guy. He was released from custody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I first initially seen that they had like an old dude in custody for it, I was like, yo, man, what is Grandpa on, gang? Like, I was expecting it to be some kind of psyched out, you know, transformer type person or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting it to be a black person because despite his rhetoric against black people, we really don't care about Charlie Kirk like that. You know what I'm saying? He talks how he talks, but black people got everyday things to deal with. We ain't got time to be climbing buildings and sniping ninjas, so you know. But yeah, man, it was crazy, bro. I was like, dang, man, what is Grandpa on? Grandpa must be a Vietnam sniper or something. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
Then we said, okay, like, that's weird. Arresting the wrong guy and treating him in that manner seems like something really big to just mess up. So, but we thought, okay, maybe, listen, man, all right, the description is an older white male with similar clothing on, and they just arrested the wrong older white male with similar clothing on. Come to find out, that theory would be wrong because they took another person in custody. This time, the description is the opposite of the initial suspect that was arrested.
Well, I mean, one thing we also learned was that the gun wasn't recovered at the scene. So it sounds like he managed to do his pre-operational planning, find that spot, line it up where he thought, you know, his victim would be, take out Kirk with a single bullet, pack up the weapon, maybe break it down, put it into a smaller bag. If you get off that roof, you have access right to a parking lot where he could have easily gotten into a car and left. In the video canvas, what we don't know. Did they get a good image of him, or was it just the clothing? Were they able to get a license plate reader of a car leaving that took them to a name? But we know there's an individual about 25 years old who's in custody as that person of interest. But this is where it starts, not where it finishes. That means getting, as Evan pointed out, a search warrant for the house, a search warrant for the car. Do you then recover the gun? Can you match the ballistics? They have a lot of work to do tonight. And they have to figure out, was he acting alone? Who else is there? Who's he in communications with? They have a lot of work to do tomorrow, too.
He definitely wasn't acting alone, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen the videos circulating this thing, but there are videos of people, you know, basically giving a signal, man. The dude, they call him the umbrella man. That term comes from, you know, the grassy knoll when JFK got deleted. And, you know, there were people who basically gave the signal when it was time to fire the shot. You know what I'm saying? And it's now believed that the old man that was initially took up, like, and arrested for it, but let go later, was kind of like, you know, one of the umbrella men, one of the men that was made there to disguise and throw off the scent of the actual shooter. Because if you see the other videos, you can see the actual shooter running after the shot is fired on the roof. Like, he is skedaddling on up out of there, gang. So yeah, man, this definitely wasn't a one-man job. This was very orchestrated, and this was very meticulously planned, bro. Like, this was wild, gang. Like, this was wild, straight up. I ain't gonna lie. And I feel how I feel about Charlie, but bro, this was wild. This was crazy.
Right.
That left me even more confused. So the suspect is actually 25 years old, and he actually doesn't fit the description of the 60-plus-year-old man y'all arrested initially at all. Then why was a 60-plus-year-old man arrested in the first place? That was my first sign. Okay, yeah, there's something confusing going on. I don't feel like the personnel know what they're doing at this point in time as they investigate Charlie Kirk's murder at all. But at this particular point in time, they believe the 25-year-old that was in custody was the shooter. The FBI director, Kash Patel, he even came to Twitter with a fist in the air, letting people know, we got our guy. We arrested Charlie Kirk's shooter. He's in custody at the moment. Kash Patel writes, the subject for the horrific shooting today that took the life of Charlie Kirk is now in custody. Thank you to the local and state authorities in Utah for your partnership with FBI. We will provide updates when able. So, I mean, like, bro, when you're thanking them for their work, it kind of had the tone of, yeah, like the investigation, it's a wrap. All right, we got our subject in custody. We're going to move forward investigating him, trying to get the house subpoena, the house search, and things of that order. He was speaking as if it was a done deal, as if it was a wrap.
Yeah, that's a bad
usually
look.
when it's a done deal and it's a wrap, we would have the name of who the shooter is. We'll have the picture, the image of who the shooter is. We'll have an idea of what the shooter's identity is, but that never came out. And minutes went by and videos began to surface of what people will say is the alleged shooter that was arrested and put in custody at the moment. But that shooter, or the person who was being put in custody, if that's the 25-year-old, is not 25 at all. It looks like that's another person with another demographic that was being arrested and put in custody.
I think they just found the guy right outside of Carry On.
And see, I had seen this clip too, and I had thought that this was the same old man that they had earlier. Just, I don't know, like maybe this was what he was wearing at first and they dressed him down. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff surrounding this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And then, freak, what was I about to say? It was right on the tip of my tongue too. I had a very important point to make about this whole thing. If it comes back, I'll let y'all know. But man, I had a real good point I was about to make. But yeah, man, this is crazy. No, that's the point I was about to make. They just dropped this morning another picture of a person of interest, and they're offering $100,000 reward for any information on this person. And it's another like skinny Caucasian male that looks like he's probably in his like 40 to 50s, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe like, yeah, probably like 40s to 50s. And it's crazy, bro. It's like, is this the guy? If we find this guy and he gets arrested, are they gonna later let him go because he's not the guy? Like, this is all very convoluted, bro, straight up.
Rifle on this dude's dash, and they just handcuffed him.
And I remember the first old man, when they were dragging him off, I heard in the video he was screaming out, just shoot me, just shoot me. Like, you know, why were you screaming that as they're hauling you off if you have nothing to do with this? You know what I'm saying? Or you can't just be some random psychotic old man that's losing his mind in the middle of all of this. Like, I don't know, bro. There's something up.
I don't know about y'all. That don't look like no 25-year-old. That looks like a man who's in his mid-40s, to say the least. Mid-40s, maybe 50s. So it looks like that's another suspect. All right. So we're asking, okay, where's the 25-year-old? What's his identity? And before we could really speculate, because people were beginning to speculate that the 25-year-old was this random Twitter account that belonged to this like transgender who made a threat to Charlie Kirk the day before he got to campus, claiming that something bad was gonna happen the day of campus. So everybody was already running with the assumption the 25-year-old was this transgender dude on Twitter.
Oh, if it's a shooter, baby, the community. So this person here goes to the university. Of course, they, them, and look at what he said yesterday. He says here, Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. I really hope someone evaporates him, literally. And then he writes, let's just say something big will happen tomorrow.
Hey, bro. Them people in black suits gonna show up at your door. Them boys in them jump out vans, they gonna show up at this person's door because, let's just say something big. Is that not just a very much so veiled threat? That's crazy.
So a student is saying this yesterday, and I also find it very, very odd that the person asking the question was asking Charlie about shooters before he got shot. So
he was, man, and that's another point I wanted to make. When he initially got shot, he was talking about trans rights and like trans activism and stuff. And that's what, like, I thought that was like the cue type. You know what I'm saying? The person goes up, asks them about this, and it's like a cathartic moment for them in their psychotic mind. Because let me make it 100% clear, bro. I don't agree with Charlie Kirk in the least bit about a lot of stuff. But I don't wish death on this man, okay? Now, I'm not crying because he died. I'm not gonna lie on that. But I didn't wish death on this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly believe you shouldn't be killed for your beliefs. But at the same particular time, we live in a world where they killed MLK for trying to push peace and equality. So if you were as divisive as Charlie Kirk was, you had to expect, bro, you know, you got to move safer out here, you know. But let's keep going. Let's finish this.
FBI, Cash Patel, whoever the fuck this dude is, yeah, I think you should look into this.
This is it. Yep, there it is. I agree. Chuck, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
See?
Because serious, we went on the category, we're blind, you're on it, and everything's fine. Okay, now mine is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counts it or not counting gang violence.
Great.
So you're gonna try and tell me that this student last night said, oh, just wait for something big to happen tomorrow, and then the person asking the question was asking about shooters and he gets shot? I'm just saying, and if the shooter is this fucking psychotic community, oh, y'all going down, motherfucker.
Come to find out, that was not the shooter that was in custody. And as of now, there's no word on whether or not that person has been questioned or arrested. But the shooter that was actually in custody, or the alleged shooter that was in custody, the 25-year-old, his name is Zachariah Qureshi. And
and I seen his picture too, and I'm like, how many people are involved with this stuff, gang?
Till about an hour ago, everybody was reporting that this was the guy who killed Charlie Kirk. Come to find out, that's not true. But then Cash Patel came back to Twitter and let us know, yeah, sorry, we thought we had him. We don't got the shooter, people. The 25-year-old that we had in custody, we released him because he had nothing to do with it. See, Cash Patel took to Twitter and he says, the subject in custody has been released after an interrogation by law enforcement. Our investigation continues, and we will continue to release information in interest of transparency. There's something scary and spooky going on here, bruh. The shooter was able to shoot Charlie Kirk precisely, and he was able to aim and hit his mark 200 yards away on his belly, on a roof, hit his target, and he was able to pack up, break his gun down like this pack it up, and get out of there before being identified, seen, or caught by anybody? Nah, that was a professional who did that, bruh. It had to be a professional now. Had to be, man. Yo, to pack up that good, nah, come on, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. From the time of the shot to the time of him getting off that roof, that person had definitely done this before, you know? Like, this wasn't no rookie, amateur, oh, I just disagree with this person's views and I'm gonna radicalize myself and be the person to take him out. This wasn't that, bro. That's why I say, man, I feel like this was a highly orchestrated hit. And man, look, I'm gonna say it every time. I didn't agree with Charlie, okay? I didn't really even like Charlie. But, you know, prayers out to his family, bro. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? We all human at the end of the day. And like I said, while I'm not crying that he's gone, I can acknowledge the fact that nobody deserves to go out like that, gang. Straight up. Nobody deserves to go out like that. And, man, let this be a lesson, bro. Let this be a proverb that it's okay to believe what you want to believe in, but understand that there are people in this world that are willing to take your life for what you believe in and how you push those beliefs. So whatever you say out of your mouth or whatever you put out into the universe, just make sure it's something that you're willing to die for. Because understand, there are certain things that are willing to die for. And regardless if you like them or not, Charlie Kirk died for what he believed in. You know what I'm saying? And he died doing what he believed in. You know what I'm saying? So I can respect that, you know? And yeah, man, rest in peace, bro. That's unfortunate. Now I'm gonna still do my video about it and, you know, give my whole perspective about the thing. But yeah, bro, rest in peace. But we gonna stop this one right here, man. If y'all want to finish the rest of this video on your own, I will drop a link down in the link down in the comment section or in the description box so y'all can finish this video on your own. Shout out to Poetic Falco for doing some good work, man. He be putting out great content, and let me just like that, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna drop out of this reaction zone real quick, you dig? Let me slide back over. And yeah, man, I just say all that to say, you know, this is very, very sticky. You know, there's something missing in this whole thing. Like, this is a big puzzle that's been scattered all over the floor. And we're really at this point just trying to put the pieces together to figure out the bigger picture, you know? But I'll keep y'all updated with this whole thing, man, if that's what y'all want. Hit that like button and drop it down in the comment section if y'all want me to keep you updated with the Charlie Kirk situation, if y'all want me to just, you know, get back to regularly scheduled programming. But let me know how y'all feel about it. That's all I got for y'all in this one. Be sure to check me out on the next one. Don't forget to like the video on your way out. Comment down in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. And until next time, gang, you know the name. It's Transition representing Gap Tooth Games. Oh, yeah. And don't forget, life isn't about making it from point A to point B. Life is about living in between the gaps. Peace out.
Lane sippers and mean strippers who just all up at the green and it means just fast living. And I'm not one to judge, cause I've been off that mud double cup with no fucks when I pass limits. And who don't like the smoke and get gone off a cone, but it would not get blown unless gas in it. Hold up, we bout to roll up. I got some smoke, keep you up like it's Folgers. Rookies try to hit the cookie, fuck around and throw up. So we drop the hottest kind of verse and it blow up. But we got some recognition from a nigga, so what? We be walking down the street, get peeps like they know us. Now bitches in the sheets, but the freak on the meat skis, keep grab the feet. Hell yeah, make them toast. You know what? I go nuts, but yet I'm steady focused. Probably from the biomass flower, no lotus. I can't even think how many trees when it's smoked up. Whatever the number, gonna fuss, you'll need a tow truck. Getting shit across the seas with ease, put the boat up. That's no lie, baby girl, no joking. Shorty said she can't swim, I'm behind the back stroking. Do it for the love of buzz, stuff a blunt, make it swell and make your fucking chest open.